Hey you guys, I'm Allee-Sutton Hethcoat and I'm Miss
Hello.
Tennessee USA.
And I'm Deanna Johnson Miss Georgia USA.
And we just wanted to start a little vlog together to talk about some of our experiences at Miss USA and what we're doing now.
Yes.
So we're gonna do we're a little nervous. It's our first vlog.
The bright light.
But we wanted to devote this particular video to talking about our experience at Miss USA. And so we are going to do together roses and thorns for our experience.
Ooh, okay, so the pros and the cons.
Pros and cons, roses and thorns.
Okay. So I think we both agreed that the best part was like the girls.
Yeah.
I love the girls. They were super sweet. I think me and you have never done a lot of pageants.
No,
So we kind of had like a little apprehension going to that.
Yeah, there was some trepidation. I know for me.
Such a good word. Hit it with a big word.
No, I think that we did have the same experience where we were new to pageants, and everybody talks to you so much about what your experience like will be there, whether it's your director or former title holders or people you meet from the organization, or just even people that are fans of the system will tell you, oh, you'll go and you'll make 50 friends that you'll keep for life. And I kind of thought, okay.
Doubt it.
2 weeks with 50 girls who all want the same thing. That's going to be a cage match. But yeah, the girls, that was the main rose, the best part of the pageant experience for the both of us. We made so many good friends. And we miss everyone so much. Like, we cannot wait to see the rest of the girls. We're counting down the days to the teen pageant. We're still waiting to hear when that's
And we're kind of planning a trip, though. We're planning a trip to maybe Italy.
Yes. Or Greece.
We've
got a group of girls. We're trying to plan a little Santorini getaway, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
I think the second thing I loved the most, I told you this, too, was Lou Sierra. I love that woman. She is such a freaking character.
Hey, Lou.
She is incredible. She's one of those girls, I feel like, women actually, that walk into a room and you can't not look at her. You can't not listen to her. She commands an entire room of women, men, anybody in the room. You can't not look at Lou. And I think that was,
and she
I
means
loved her.
that. Yeah, the other day because Deanna just came up to Nashville and has been staying, and the other day she turns to me and she goes, sometimes at night, I still miss Lou.
I wake up in the night, man, I love Lou. She was just cool. I think I heard a lot about Lou too. That like, oh, she's gonna be super intimidating. She's gonna be super scary. But I was like, me and this woman, I like you.
I enjoyed Lou a lot. Another thing for me that I really loved about the experience was we did get to do a lot of incredible things in Las Vegas, and everything we did, we were treated so well. We had incredible security and staff, and really the city just welcomed us with open arms. And we had different experiences, and this was one of the cons too. All the girls get put in groups and you have to go and do different things. So my favorite things that I got to do while I was there, I got to see Michael Jackson 1, which was incredible. If you're in Las Vegas, you have to go see it. And I also got to see, I know, I wanted us to be together. And the Blue Man Group, which was incredible. But like I said, that was one of the cons because the girls get put in different groups, just in random groups, and get sent all over the city. So one night I was at Michael Jackson and she went to, which I think was one of your favorite parts.
Yeah. I didn't get to go to the Michael Jackson. I went to the Jabberwockies, and then we went to an aquarium too, which was super cool. But
yeah,
I was so jealous about the Michael Jackson show, and then that was before they actually told us that Cirque du Soleil was going to be in the show. So then I was like, oh man, I wish we could get to see. And then I found out they were coming. I was like, okay, I guess I get to see part of it.
I loved learning the sign language. I don't know if people know that we did that in the opening. I think that kind of got lost, maybe, but I don't know.
Because it was like
it was a wide shot, but if you didn't catch it, at the very end of the opening number, all of us contestants learned how to sign to a certain part of the song.
Some better than others.
So
they were like, oh no!
And we were all practicing all week. When we got nervous, we'd be like, thinking about being my baby.
Oh yeah, what was it?
It was thinking about being my baby. It don't matter if you're black or white.
Oh yeah. And then throw the head back.
Yeah, so you do get dramatic with it. And that was a lot of fun. So what were some of the cons for you? What were some of the thorns or things that were harder about the experience for you?
I think in general, just like the stress, handling the stress. I think me and her both, after Deshauna came up the second day that we were there, and she got to talk to us, and she was the main thing that I kind of got from her, which is like, put your phones down. Don't get on social media. Don't read the comments. And I don't know, I kind of pride myself on being someone who doesn't care about like other people's opinions, and it's not going to change how I see myself. But I did notice that when I read the comments that it kind of just brought me down during the day. So I was like, I'm not reading the comments anymore.
It can feel like a cloud.
Yeah, it just made you heavy.
Like, we are there for 2 weeks, and we're working really long days in rehearsal and then doing shoots at night. And, you know, we're all extremely invested and passionate, and we all want to be Miss USA. And I think when you're putting yourself in a position where you're vulnerable, you're putting your heart and soul out there on the line, you're more susceptible to criticism.
Yeah.
And we did receive a lot of criticism online. And sometimes that's hard to avoid. And I think that was one of the things that was hardest for me, is seeing how much negativity there was. Yeah. But for the both of us, we did say in the room, for every mean comment, there was 3 wonderful comments. And this system really has so many wonderful fans that did and said so many beautiful things. And so if you're one of those people watching this video, we thank you. Thank you so much for that.
What do you think is like one of the worst comments that you've gotten?
Oh my gosh. Well, we got a lot of bad ones, both of us did.
It's harsh on the internet.
The internet can be really mean.
And really witty too. Like, they're really quick.
They are quick. They are. A lot of the girls we talked about doing together, like Jimmy Kimmel Mean Tweets version of comments that we got online on Instagram.
People go in the comment section. I was like,
what was the meanest comment I got?
Like, what was like, oh, that hurt my feelings?
A lot of people. Let me think. Do you have one?
I think I do, because I mean, there was one comment that I was like, do you ever feel like the urge to reply like so hard? There was one comment that said I think that she gained weight to like be successful in I can't remember how exactly they worded it, but they were pretty much saying that like they thought that I had like gained weight to use that as my thing or like my story. And I was like, man, okay, first of all, I didn't gain any weight. I was the same size that I won in. And I don't know, that was like one of those comments, and I was like, man,
hit you right in the
I was like, why I don't know, because that's like a character thing, like going about something and doing something. Not because that's who you are, but just to like win a pageant. You know what I mean? Like, to gain weight to win a pageant is just kind of silly. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Just kind of the same way I felt like losing weight for a pageant is kind of silly if that's not like the healthy choice. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was just kind of like, nah, bro. Like, I'm not up here like trying to gain weight for a pageant. So
yeah, I had some comments too that stick out in my mind. It's just funny that while I was there, I would get a knot in my stomach before I would sign on to Instagram.
Really?
Like, I'm so nervous to see what it is that people are saying. It makes you feel like that because there is so much, like I said, but for every bad, there is good. And I think it's important for us to talk about that because as title holders doing our Snapchat takeovers or doing school visits, we get so many questions about bullying and cyberbullying, and being a title holder does not make you immune to that. Being a confidently beautiful woman does not make you immune to that. And it's something that happens to everybody. And both of us have had a lot of long discussions about it. And we just want to encourage you, if you're experiencing that, to stay strong and listen to the truth that's being spoken into your life by the people that love you and know you, because that's what is valuable and that's what matters. And if you're watching this, I promise there are so many people that know how kind, intelligent, smart, and beautiful you are. So, focus on that.
I think, too, like, I'm not going to say her name, but there was a girl that I was talking to one day at lunch who literally would read through the blogs every single day, would read through the posts every single day. And she was real open about it. She was like, man, sometimes I just go on there because even though there's a lot of mean comments, sometimes it makes me feel really good to, like, read the sweet comments. And I was like, that's very interesting. Why do you kind of do that? And I think if you're going on social media or you're going on anything and you need somebody to tell you that you're beautiful, I feel like that's not confidence. I think confidence is like knowing for sure like who you are and not needing anybody to like reassure that. You kind of like already know. And I don't think confidence is walking into a room and being like, everybody loves me, everybody's celebrating me. I think it's being okay when people don't.
Yeah.
And so I think if you are being bullied, if comments like just get to you, and they always do to some extent, something's always gonna like hit you in a certain
and it may
place.
not even be on the internet. Maybe something somebody said at school, or it happens everywhere.
It does. I just think constantly don't need somebody else to reassure you. reassure yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Constantly tell yourself, I'm worthy, I'm deserving, and don't let anybody else.
Because you are.
Yeah.
We promise.
Because you are.
You are. You are. And sometimes you need somebody just to tell you that. So if somebody hasn't today, we're going to tell you that. You are. I recently had that concept kind of explained to me, the difference between self-esteem and what's being known as outer esteem. So know that. Yeah, I thought that was a really cool way to explain that. So your sense of self-worth and value should come from what is within and not outside sources. So hold on to that. That's helped me a lot. Okay, you were talking about having conversations at lunch. Rose is one of the biggest pros of the pageant, meal times. We had the best conversations at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We had off the buffet 3 meals a day in Las Vegas, and we would get together a group of girls, and Dee's the instigator. She's like, y'all, what do you think about? And just start a conversation, and we would talk until we had to go, and then people would be like, meet back at this table.
Meet back at 7 p.m. right here.
This table right here.
And the table just kept getting bigger and bigger.
I
don't know, man. I love that when everybody would put down their phones and all the girls were engaging with one another. I think too, because we would talk about some heavy topics and then some silly topics.
Oh yeah, we were solving healthcare over lunch.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And what's funny is this girl right here does the best impersonations of anybody. She is a hoot. We left one lunch and my stomach was hurting. We were literally rolling back in the chairs, dying laughing. It was hilarious. That was one of the best parts. Yeah.
Maybe as these videos keep going, we'll reveal some of these impersonations.
Oh my god.
Because there's some good ones. We were dying.
Oh my gosh. Her and Megan came to the room one night. I thought I was going to
Miss South Carolina
cry and die. Because they were hilarious.
Yeah, she's saying Megan came over and talked to us till super late one night. And we laughed so hard that after Megan left, we just laid on the bed and we're like, I can't even move.
It was just so much fun, honestly. And was there a time where you were like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed, I can't take it?
I will say the meeting that we had after we got to Miss USA, where they told us all that there would be a top 10, that sent a shockwave through the room, I think. You could feel everyone just kind of tense up and
ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. The mood after that was tense, I feel for the rest of the day, and that was really stressful because we had the most incredible, successful, accomplished, beautiful, kind group of women, and to narrow that down from 51 to 10 just seemed impossible. And I think that was something that was really stressful for all of us.
Yeah.
I know it was for me, and that's one of the things that I kind of am sad about leaving the pageant, that there was only a top 10.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Dee, don't do that to me. Y'all, I'm going to share a real life moment. I don't know if you could see it on the broadcast. I'm going to cry talking about this.
Oh.
After top 10 was called, I looked back at this girl, and she blew me a kiss and said, I love you. Oh, you're going to cry. Said, I love you. And it just broke my heart. That was definitely one of the cons for me.
No, because I think, I definitely was disappointed. But I think, literally the night before the top 10 was called, we were praying, and both of our prayers were it's going to be somebody's moment. It's going to be a 10, it's going to be a 5, and then it's going to be a 1. It's going to be somebody's moment. If it's mine, Lord, thank you. Let me be grateful. Let me be humble. And if it's not mine, let me support whoever that is.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you, of course I was disappointed, but my heart was so happy for the girls that won, especially this one, because I knew her and I knew how deserving she was. So I knew that I was so happy for you.
Thank you. I wanted you to be up there, and there's so many. We should have had a top 51. We did have a top 51, I guess, but you're honor to me. And that's why we're doing this. We had so much fun with the experience and so much fun together, and we want to keep doing these vlogs, and we want to talk about what we're doing outside Miss USA and what our plans are after, because that and anything that you do in life, everything is an opportunity, and it is what you make it. And this is our after Miss USA experience.
Yes.
So here we are, making it.
Making it.
So,
Let's see.